Let me tell you something. Winning is not a result. It's not a finish line. It's a way of showing up in the world. It's a mindset. It's an identity you carve out every single day through your actions, your beliefs, and your resilience. The art of winning begins far before the scoreboard lights up or the applause starts. It begins deep within you, where nobody is watching, where most people quit. Winners don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it, they move when others hesitate, they make decisions when others are trapped in doubt, they act in spite of fear, not in the absence of it. You want to win, then stop playing to avoid losing and start playing to dominate. But here's the truth, most people don't lose because they're not talented. They lose because they don't have the stamina to stay in the game long enough. The game of life rewards those who are relentless, who refuse to fold when the pressure rises. When everything is on the line and your back is against the wall, that's when the art of winning is born, not when it's easy, not when it's comfortable, but when it hurts, when it's inconvenient, and when nobody believes you can do it but you. You want to master the art of winning, start by mastering your mind, because if you don't win the battle up here points to head, you'll never win anywhere else. Train your mind to see opportunity where others see crisis. Train it to push through resistance when comfort begs you to stop. Winners don't just endure pain, they turn it into power. Winning isn't about beating others, it's about becoming the kind of person who can't be broken. The kind of person who, when they fall, gets up faster, stronger, and more focused. It's about outlasting the doubt, outperforming your fear, and outworking your excuses. You see, life will test you. It will knock you down, it will put obstacles in your path, and in those moments you'll either shrink back or rise up. The choice is yours, but the standard has to be non-negotiable. Decide that you will not be denied. Decide that the fire inside you burns hotter than the storms around you. Don't just aim to win once. That's not art, that's luck. The true art of winning is becoming a winner in your habits, in your rituals, in your identity. Every single day, and when you live like that, when you breathe that kind of intensity, victory is no longer an accident. It's inevitable, so step up, raise your standard, own your life, because the art of winning isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. And that, my friend, is the masterpiece. The journey to winning begins long before any trophy is held, any milestone is reached, or any applause is heard. It begins in the invisible arena of the mind. What separates the average from the extraordinary isn't physical strength, resources, or even raw talent. It's how a person thinks. The mindset you choose to cultivate determines how far you're willing to go, how much you're willing to endure, and ultimately, how often you'll rise when life knocks you down. A winning mindset isn't built overnight. It's forged through challenges, discomfort, and relentless self-discipline. It's the mental edge that drives someone to show up when they don't feel like it, to keep pushing when the results aren't showing yet, and to believe in themselves when no one else does. It's easy to act strong when everything is going well, but the true test of a champion lies in how they think when the world feels heavy, when doors close, and when nothing seems to be working. Most people chase outcomes. They set goals and measure their worth by whether they hit those goals. But those who understand the art of winning know that the external victories are just a reflection of internal victories. It's not about the outcome, it's about who you become along the way. Because the person who becomes mentally tough, focused, and emotionally resilient will naturally produce results again and again. This mindset is rooted in ownership. Winners don't blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. They take full control of their thoughts, emotions, and actions. They understand that while they can't always control what happens to them, they can always control how they respond. That internal control is their superpower. It allows them to stay grounded when chaos erupts and to stay committed when distractions tempt them to quit. Another key aspect of a winning mindset is vision, the ability to see the possibility before the reality exists. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about anchoring yourself to a future that fuels your present. When you hold a clear vision of what you want and believe deeply in its inevitability, your behavior begins to align with that vision. You stop making excuses and start making progress. Ultimately, success isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build from the inside out, and the foundation is always mindset. It's the root of every habit, every risk taken, and every comeback after a fall. Shift your focus from what you're getting to who you're becoming, because once you think like a winner, speak like a winner, and act like a winner, there's nothing in the world that can stop you from becoming one. That's the real starting point, not the spotlight, not the results, but the quiet, unshakable decision to think differently, day after day, until your life matches the strength of your mind. There's a myth many people believe, that winners are born different. That success comes from natural talent, lucky breaks, or some mysterious edge others don't have. But that couldn't be further from the truth. What truly defines a winner isn't talent, it's consistency and resilience. It's the ability to show up again and again, especially when it's hard, when motivation is low, and when failure seems to be the only result in sight. Consistency is the muscle of mastery. Think about anything great: athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. Their excellence didn't come from one amazing day. It came from hundreds, even thousands of ordinary days stacked together. It came from choosing to show up even when no one was watching, even when they didn't feel like it. Most people are chasing big moments, but the real winners understand that greatness is hidden in the daily grind. It's in the habits, the routines, and the repetition, the boring stuff, the uncomfortable stuff. The moments that don't go viral but make all the difference. Resilience, on the other hand, is what keeps you going when that consistency is tested, and it will be tested. Life doesn't hand over victory without a fight. You'll face setbacks, rejections, delays, and disappointments. People will doubt you. Sometimes you will doubt you, but resilience is the decision to keep moving forward anyway, to feel the frustration, the pain, the uncertainty, and keep going. Not because it's easy, but because your purpose is bigger than your excuses. The truth is, most people quit too early, not because they're weak, but because they haven't trained their resilience. They mistake slow progress for failure. But real winners understand that the journey won't always be fast, but it will be worth it. They see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as part of the process. Every setback becomes feedback. Every challenge becomes fuel. And here's something powerful. Consistency and resilience feed each other. The more consistent you are, the more resilient you become. And the more resilient you are, the easier it is to stay consistent. You build inner strength with every hard day you don't skip, with every small promise you keep to yourself. That inner strength becomes your competitive advantage. It's what separates those who almost made it from those who do. So if you truly want to win, don't wait for a breakthrough. Build one through your actions, through your mindset, through your discipline. Understand that the world doesn't reward intensity as much as it rewards persistence. Flashy effort fades, but quiet, determined, unshakable effort over time, that's unstoppable. Be the person who doesn't give up. Be the one who keeps showing up. Because while talent may open the door, consistency and resilience are what keep it open. And that's how real winners are made, not in moments of ease, but in the fire of relentless repetition and unbreakable resolve. Winning isn't a moment. It's not a one-time celebration or a single accomplishment you post about online. Real winning is a lifestyle. It's something you live, breathe, and embody every single day, not just when the spotlight is on, but especially when no one is watching. The people who truly understand the art of winning don't aim for occasional victories. They build an identity around success. That identity is rooted in how you think, how you act, and how you recover. It's not about winning once. It's about becoming the kind of person who wins consistently because of who they are. This means building a daily standard that is non-negotiable. Winners don't operate based on feelings. They operate from commitment. Whether they feel motivated or not, they do the work. Whether it's convenient or not, they stick to the plan. They don't treat winning like a jackpot. They treat it like a job, a responsibility, and a way of life. When you adopt winning as a lifestyle, you no longer need external validation. You're not driven by applause or approval. You're driven by internal alignment. You know who you are. You've decided what you stand for. And that decision shapes your choices every single day. The food you eat, the content you consume, the people you spend time with, the conversations you have, all of it either supports your winning lifestyle or subtracts from it. And you begin to protect that standard with everything you've got. Living like a winner also means embracing long-term thinking. You stop chasing shortcuts and start building foundations. You understand that true success isn't built in spurts, it's built brick by brick. You stop asking, how fast can I get there? And start asking, how strong can I build it so it lasts? That shift alone separates the amateurs from the elite. And let's be clear, making winning a lifestyle doesn't mean you never lose. You will lose, you'll face rejection, setbacks, and moments of deep frustration. But when you've chosen to live like a winner, you don't stay down, you extract lessons, you adapt, you evolve. You don't let failure define you. You use it to refine you. Because this isn't about chasing perfection. It's about being committed to constant growth. There's a quiet confidence that comes from living this way. You start trusting yourself more. You stop second guessing because you know you've done the work. That confidence becomes contagious. People feel it in the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and the way you handle pressure. You become a leader, not because of your titles or achievements, but because of the way you live. So if you truly want to master the art of winning, don't just try to win sometimes. Live like a winner all the time. Make it part of your identity. Let it be the standard you hold yourself to in your relationships, your health, your work, your mindset, everything. Because the moment you stop treating winning like an event and start treating it like a lifestyle, the game changes forever.